I've been on the road with a bag face. In the kitchen cooking O's with a bag face. And I've been sending hoes for the bag face. At a fast rate, we can have a cash race. Big bag face, big bag face, big bag face. 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 Hey, it's a cash race, it's a cash race. Mr. Bagface, Mr. Bagface. I'm in the mirror doing what the dash say. Cause everything I gotta do the fast way. I got the bag, niggas got that mad face. Like nigga, all I did was pass on the play. Ayy, heavy gas, we don't mash on the brakes. Ayy, I hit the jeweler with the bag on my face. Ayy, ice, 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 dance in they face. Ayy, ice, 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 dance in they face. Ayy, nice, nice, nice bands in the bands. If the price right, I'ma make a play. On the road with a bag face. In the kitchen cooking O's with a bag face. And I'll be sending hoes for the bag face. At a fast rate, we can have a cash race. Big bag face, big bag face, big bag face. 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 I be on the road playing with them loads. I had to graduate from playing with them O's. 100 bands to get money, I suppose. Cause I got it on my own and out the mud, now I'm on. 30 off of these, 40 off of.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Macked in to the new episode of Mackin In with HUNIDRACK6, man. Today, man, we got a different type of show. I ain't got no guests with me today. We gonna, touch up on some subjects, man, some hot topics that been going on lately. We gonna touch on Takeoff, Blueface. I've been doing a lot of research lately and finding out a lot of crazy stuff about black cities that have been covered up and hidden from us. And, hidden under lakes and reservoirs all around the country, though. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a dope episode, informative, and a little different show. We're gonna learn some new things and chop game today, man. So first, man, the first thing that I want to dig into, and I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff, man. We lost Takeoff. What was it? A couple weeks ago? Yep. Couple weeks ago. RIP to Takeoff, man. It's an unfortunate situation. Where my camera at, bro? The middle one?
Yeah, you on all three. Go ahead.
The middle one. It's an unfortunate situation. I wanna say, man, to all the artists, bro, like, fuck all that, you trying to be tough shit and, tapping in and, you checking in with niggas and you got to rock with them and, you can't have your own security type shit. Nah, man, you slide with your people, man. You know what I'm saying? You slide with your people, you slide with your security, you protect your asset, and your biggest asset is you. You feel me? So, man, fuck all that, especially when you a millionaire like that, bro, like, it ain't no hanging out with Rudy Poo niggas, and you gotta always understand, especially if you from the streets, bro, like, you got paper, there's some wolves out there trying to come get it. You know what I'm saying? If you really a street nigga and you came from the mud like that, you was one of them wolves that was, on a hunt, you know what I'm saying, for whatever a nigga slipping on, you feel me? So, you got to be aware of that, man, and don't let that pride, get in the way, and you trying to show niggas that you tough and all that extra shit. Them niggas is irrelevant at the end of the day, man. So yeah, man, rock with your security, bro. He was with I ain't into like, we ain't pointing no fingers at nobody and shit, but everybody know the story. He was with Jay Prince, and some shit went down. You know, I hope Jay Prince didn't have nothing to do with that shit, bro, because, you know, they family name is strong and respected, you feel me? Like, the Prince family is respected, and they always been known for being real niggas and, you know, holding it down on the street level and on a business level for, you know, black folks, you feel me? I ain't never heard no grimy shit coming from that way or, you know, no type of shit like that, man. So, you know, hopefully them niggas didn't have nothing to do with it and it was just like a careless situation, you know, that was just out of control or something. And, you know, it just got out of hand. But, you know, blessings to everybody involved in that, man. My condolences to Takeoff family, Quavo, the Migos and all them, man. I know Atlanta fucked up about it. You feel me? Like, I've been watching shit on YouTube, like, you know, niggas is like, man, it's finna be a war between Atlanta and Houston. You feel me? Like, so, man, shout out to them, man. Blessings to them, man. And, you know, man, we got to get past this shit, bro. As black people, man, we got to, you know, number one, we got to protect our assets, man. You know, it should have been folks around Takeoff and Quavo making sure, you know, and it was some of them niggas that they team was holding it down, I heard, and you could see like in some videos on YouTube, but.
What you been doing shooting dice though?
Yeah, bro, like.
Shooting dice?
You a rich nigga, P, like, I'm not shooting dice with niggas, bro. Like, I don't shoot dice. If you not my real homie, I'm not even shooting dice with you. Or I'm gonna go to the casino and shoot, nigga. Nigga, the casino get better odds on the dice anyway. You feel me? So, what I'm shooting dice with a nigga for? You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting dice with a nigga that been thinking about this shit all week. He like, oh yeah, I heard Quavo and the Migos coming out here, nigga. You feel me? I'm finna break these niggas, man. I'm trying to come up this weekend. What I'm gonna shoot dice with a nigga like that for? You know what I'm saying? But I never been into the dice game shit because with niggas that I don't know. Because it's always something. You feel me? It's always something, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have to dig in a nigga ass. Oh, nigga, I caught them, or I didn't catch them, or you know what I'm saying? That was a 6, that wasn't an 8, and man, stop playing with me, nigga. Touching my money, burn money, man. Nah, I ain't got time for it, bro. If you my partner, yeah, we get down all day. You feel me? Because we gonna keep it 100 with each other. But I'm not shooting dice with none of these niggas, man. That shit don't make no sense.
Did they stop the dice game too? Like wasn't it over with? And then I heard like they went outside and didn't Shorty hit Takeoff talking about she was ready to go and shit too? Like,
so all right. So I was allegedly. This is all allegedly. You feel me? So it's some chick, and she been posting Instagram messages between her and Takeoff. So in the Instagram messages, like, I guess she's in the room. So she's a Mexican chick, and she's in the room with them while they shooting dice, right? So she's like messaging, she's like, hey, why do y'all keep arguing every 10 minutes? Like, everybody has guns and y'all keep arguing every 10 minutes. And Takeoff like, nah, it's cool. We do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. It's good. She hit back. You know what I'm saying? Wooty woo. Then in the messages from Takeoff, it say, you see the dude across from Quavo, he acting like he don't like us. And, you know what I'm saying? His team finna get him up out of there. And you feel me? So, and then, you know, so, it's messages between them, allegedly. You feel me? I don't know if they real or, because, you know, nowadays a motherfucker can copy and paste some shit, make it look like it was real Instagram messages. So,
you think Takeoff was talking about the dude that's been like that was on their ass, that's been dishing them for like the last few years? Was he there?
I don't know. Yeah, one of their little partners, you feel me? I guess so they say he been like talking about Quavo and the Migos since like 2018. You feel me? So, man, that shit slimy. That shit tricky. You know, slippery, man. Hey, It's a lot going on over there, man. But like I said, man, my condolences to Takeoff family, the Migos, man, everybody involved. You know, the Prince family too, man. You know what I'm saying? They getting attacked by everybody. Like I said, hopefully they, you know, they ain't had nothing to do with it, and it was just some senseless little out of control shit, drunk shit or something. I don't know, man. But you know, my condolences to everybody involved in that, man. Another crazy thing that done happened, man, and he been all over. Blueface been all over the tabloids, and you know what I mean. Him and Krishan, you know, every week it's a new little fight on Instagram, and he done blacked her eye, or you feel me? Like it's always something going on with this nigga lately. But yeah, I guess so. They saying that Blueface just got hit for attempted murder in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because we was just in LV over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? We had to shout out to the Spillionaires, man. We had the regional tournament out there, and we took the L, man. We got robbed. You feel me? They brought back like 3 touchdowns, and you know what I mean? But anyway, we out there for the tournament, and one of my people, they telling me like they a local. You know what I'm saying? They telling me like, I guess there's a new strip club out there that had just opened up. I don't even know if none of this information is out yet. This is just what I heard from like the locals out there, right? It's a new strip club out there that had just opened up, and it's a black strip club. You feel me? And it had just got shut down like the day before I had got there. I got there on Friday, I think. You feel me? And it had just got shut down. So I'm like, why get shut down? They like, I guess Blueface Peoples was in there. Blueface and his people was in there. Motherfuckers started shooting. You feel me? The club got shut down because I guess the police slid to the club, and they like, well, y'all didn't even tell us that it was a shooting. So, you know, whoever owned the club, they was keeping it solid. You know what I mean? Like on the street level, they was keeping it solid. You know what I mean? And they like, you know, they didn't tell the police that it was a shooting. So what I'm hearing from the locals is that the club got shut down because the club didn't inform Las Vegas PD that it was a shooting. So I'm just like me putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, well, damn, that must be why the nigga, you know, just got hit with the attempted. You feel me? But you know, shit like bro was just saying before the show, man. You know, that's just attempted, man. And so that, you know, niggas with money, man, shit, you put up some bread, and you know, you might be able to slip up out of that.
Yeah, they say they arrested Krishan too, or something like that.
They did.
That's what they said when they guess TMZ slammed him down on the ground all in his face, and they said
She probably run up, sock one of them niggas or something.
Hey,
hey, Krishan is a rider.
I'm trying to tackle one of them cops.
Krishan is a rider, P. Man, I ain't with, look, check it out. I'm not with all the toxic shit, like all the toxic ass relationship they got, I'm not with it, you feel me? Putting hands on each other and shit, I've been and left you. You know what I'm saying? But the loyalty that she got for that nigga, bro, like the loyalty she got for Blueface, women need to, and I'm not saying stick around and get beat up and shit. I'm not condoning that at all. You feel me? Like, so don't get that shit twisted. I'm not with the putting hands on women shit. But as far as the loyalty go, women need to take notes from Krishan, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a loyal woman. She love her dude, and she riding with him to the wheels fall off. And I can't do nothing but respect it. You feel me? That's love. That's a real one. She's the definition of like Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I mean? Like, she really is. Man, everybody know Yeezy been like, just, I ain't even gonna say he's going crazy. Like, this is what the people want us to think. He's having an episode, and you know, he's wilding out. He's being crazy again, right? Ever since Yeezy like been all in the tabloids recently. It started with the White Lives Matter shit, and you know, then it turned into all of the other shit, and he's talking about the Jews, and you feel me? It gets deep. I got my what my people say over there. Yeah, man. So yeah, you know, Yeezy, man, he you know, he been wilding out, man. Supposedly, allegedly, he's wilding out. This is what the people want us to think. You know what I'm saying? And you know, ever since he been doing all of this, I've been really like digging into stuff and doing a lot of research. You know, when he said that, you know, we are the original Hebrews, and you know, all of this other stuff, the Jews are running the entertainment industry. You know, I'm hearing it and I'm like, okay, I've always been the type of person like, I'm going to go and I'm going to do my research on it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's going on, you know, the truth. And then I formulate my own idea about what really happened, you know, because, you know, most of the shit that we hear is going to be lies. You know what I mean? You want to believe, you know, half of what you see and none of what you hear. You know, half of the things that you see, you know, it's gonna be a facade. You know, I could be sitting here with, you know, hella, you know, diamond chains on, and you know, to the camera it could look like it's diamonds all in my shit, but in all actuality, I could have some lab shit, or, you know, but so that's why you got to believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. He had an interview. I'm pretty sure by now you know, everybody's seen the past interviews. Everybody's seen the past interviews. But he just recently did another interview, and I want everybody to look at this and you know, listen to what he's saying, and then we're gonna jump back in and we're gonna campaign about it. So run that video real quick for me.
Always be in your heart, and I wanted to wear my Dove shirt just to represent Uganda, and I just want to say my heart goes out to you, and I don't have anything else to say, bro. I just want to give you your flowers and continue doing everything that you're doing. We're on your side, bro.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. You know, just for you guys understanding the humanity. The very first time I was ever given some medication was actually related to an incident with paparazzi in front of the airport, where I wrestled down the same paparazzi that just following with. And then they sent me the anger management class. I don't want to sign those right now, bro. I'm not going to sign them right now. All right, so they sent me this anger management class, and then the guy just gave me some medication, just like, yo, take this. I had never taken medication my entire life. And one doctor said, well, we started like this slope or something. And, you know, the interesting thing, they saw the heart text to me. People are looking over. You know, the media has run all these stories smearing me for saying, hey, I can't be anti-Semitic if I'm a Semite. Because I am. Because that's who we are. Black people we don't have a flag. Our history's been stolen from us. We go to the African Americans and it starts to slavery. It doesn't start before then. They don't talk about Mansa Musa. They don't talk about us being here before. So I want to read this text out to you again, right? Because people need to not forget this. So when I put up the tweet, I was going back and forth with Harley saying, hey, I'm angry. I'm angry at how these Jewish business people have done. And so many of my friends. Are they doing? Can you tell me quiet?
Yeah. Excuse me, disculpe, estamos haciendo un video, por favor. Gracias. Thank you.
still talking.
Let me.
So, and to this date, right? Y'all done seen everything be proven. I got kicked out of the banks. Ari Emanuel asked all these businesses to stop doing business with me. Now, yeah, I was in negotiation with Adidas because that was my issue. They were getting lawyers to sign over my IP, different things without me being aware of it, like people signing on my behalf. And this is part of the problems I had with Adidas. So now the world has got to see how Adidas was as a partner. The fact that they would attempt to steal my designs. That's happened a lot in history, right?
Right.
But now y'all get to see it in real life. Like, and that's the difference. Like, let's read this Harley text out loud when he was threatening me, you know, forcing me to apologize, you know, about the frustration. And no one ever said, okay, this is what you're dealing with. Even the fact that TMZ is going to say Kanye West, right? And my name is legally Ye now. It's always some form of disrespect. No matter if you're the richest black man or what happens. What's up, bro? You part of this?
Sorry, it's ballet.
There's what?
It's ballet. It's looking right now. Oh, ponte un poquito atrás.
Yeah, por favor, gracias.
Gracias.
Just go over there, man. We don't need you right now. It's just that he was a part of the whole making noise over there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me read these Harley texts. This is how he was rendered. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and like apologize, right? But even though they ended the deals and you know, Farrakhan said, hey, you know, did he really ever have it? Let me explain to Farrakhan what that meant. I mean, my contract for Adidas was for 4 more years. My royalty was $500 million a year. That's what I meant when I said the $2 billion was lost in a day. Because of the negotiation with Adidas, I wanted to negotiate something where it's like, okay, you guys, you'll take the Yeezy, but we still get the royalties. And people saw it's like when we dealt with George Floyd, different things, I'm the one to put the money up. You know what I'm saying? I put $2 million. I always support it in every one of these situations. So you think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, YSL belt buckle. Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking. Like, y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right? Yeah. I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but But every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone. Let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mama ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian too.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important thing in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, I'm still not backing down from what I said. It's Jewish people that did bad business. I'm Semite, so I can't be anti-Semitic. They stole our history from us. They stole who we are, and it's up. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
You too,
Thank you.
That shit is crazy, man. Shout out to you. That video, man, and that's why I wanted y'all to see it, because it got like super deep. And you can see this man is, you know, as sober as you could be. You know what I'm saying? He has a clear mind. You know, he's like a renegade against these motherfuckers right now, man. And it's like, we've always, you know, everybody, see our generation, right? The millennials, you know, is that what we call the millennials? I think we are the most knowledgeable generation that's alive right now. You know, we know a lot more than our elders know. And it's because we have access to the internet. You know, everything is at our fingertips. All information is at our fingertips, for the most part. And, you know, so we know the most. It's plenty times where I'm teaching my dad about things and my mom about things. And, you know, so, you know, we know a lot of information, man. And we got to be the ones that are sharing this shit. And, you know, we always sit around and, you know, everybody's heard about the Illuminati and, you know, how all of these rappers are a part of some, you know, code and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we always thought like, well, damn, why ain't nobody like went against these motherfuckers? Like, it's not nobody that's going to go against the grain. And, you know, supposedly there have been some people that went against the grain and, you know, they ended up taking them off the map. And, you know,
Cat Williams tried to go against the grain.
Michael Jackson's, you know, the Bill Cosby's. Bill Cosby was about to buy NBC. So, you know, at that point, you know, this is an industry. At that point, it's an industry that they control. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I forget how many companies, I want to say 6. Don't quote me on that. Somebody look it up. But I think it's like 6 companies that own all of the broadcast networks. You feel what I'm saying? And so at that point, now there's a black man jumping into the broadcast industry and controlling what's being taught to the people or what's being relayed to the people, and that's something that they don't want to do. They didn't want that to happen. So you know, Bill Cosby was one of them, and you know, so I've always thought to myself, like, why ain't nobody went against the grain? And Ye is the first one that I'm seeing like go against the grain and talk about the things that every black barbershop across America talks about. You're going to hear these conversations in every black barbershop across America. You feel me? So,
talk about how he was talking about that sacrificing.
Man, he talked about a lot, bro. Like, you know, he said his mama was sacrificed, which is like, that's something that we've all heard before. We've heard this years ago, you know, from conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? And I hate the word conspiracy theorists because there's so many of these quote unquote conspiracies that have been proved to be true. They've been proved to be facts. You know what I'm saying? So I hate even calling it conspiracy theory, and that's why I put the quotations up, because this is what they call it. Whenever I do this, that means this is what they call it. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, we've heard this before through conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? But so it's crazy to just like finally hear one of them come out and say, you know, my mama was sacrificed. You feel me? Like, we want to, and I can't wait to hear Ye's next interview, because I'm like, I know whoever he interviews with is gonna, he's gonna ask him about it, and I want to hear him elaborate on it. Like, what you mean your mama was sacrificed, P? Like,
was that your choice, or did they take that from you?
And that's the thing, you know, we don't, you know, we all looking from the outside in. Information is gonna trickle down, you know, but so we're not gonna know all of the information, man. But we don't know how these sacrifices working. You know, it could be a sacrifice that you don't know about, or we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to hear him elaborate on it. He talked about a lot, though. He said in the video that, you know, we are Semites, so I can't be anti-Semitic. You know, and a lot of people, they're like confused about this. And I was too at first, but I'm the type of person, if I'm confused about something, I'm finna dig my head into some books and I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I've been doing all type of research on this shit over the last few weeks, and it's just been like, I've been like falling into a rabbit hole, you feel me? And, you know, it's been proven, and we'll get into this later on too. You know, Kyrie talked about this as well, but, you know, we'll talk about this later. But, you know, he talked about how, you know, blacks are the original Hebrews, right? And, you know, if you look at the word Semitic and what it means, if you Google Semitic languages, you know, you'll see that these languages that of the people, you know, these languages are black people, you know, Ethiopians, Egyptians, you know, all of those, you know, countries over there. You can Google these languages. You can Google what Semitic means, and so it's like, I want black people to think about it. Do we hate Ethiopians? Do we hate Egyptians? You see what I'm saying? Do we hate, you know, Arabs? Nah.
You think he hates the Jews, by the way he was saying?
Jews
stole our shit. You think he hates the Jews?
Who?
Kanye. He said Jews stole all of our history, buried it. You think he hates the Jews?
Well, and see, this is what he's touching on, right? He's saying I can't be anti-Semitic if I'm telling you that I'm the real Jew. We're the real Jews, right? So, you know, through my research, I've been finding that the lost tribe of Israel is really us, African Americans. Remember, I put this up because this is what they want us to call it. You know, this is what they want us to think. African Americans, you know, we are the original, we are the real, you know, lost tribe of Israel. You know, this is what, you know, what I've been finding through my research lately. And I can't say that I'm like completely convinced of this, but you know, it's making a lot of sense. It's making a lot of sense, bro. And if you just think about it, like, you know, the lost tribe, you know, we like the blessed ones. We the ones with all the sauce. You know what I mean? We the ones with all the sauce, you know? And if you think about it, the whole world looks at us. Just think about it. The culture, the way we dress, and you know, you got, you know, some cultures where they, you know, they stay in line, they not falling out of it, but for the most part, it's people that talk like African Americans in every country, dress like African Americans in every country, you know? So it's just crazy to think about it, bro. Like, you know, I just encourage everybody to do their own research, and, you know, don't just have somebody tell you what to think. You know, do your own research. He also talked about, you know, how they never wanted to tell us that the richest man in the history of the world is Mansa Musa, you know? And I didn't know who this guy was. I'm like, Mansa, who the fuck is this? Mansa Musa, right? Mansa Musa is the richest man ever in the history of the world, and he just happens to be a black man. I believe he was like the emperor of Mali or something. Let me look this up real quick because I don't want to misquote it. Mansa Musa, and y'all look this shit up too. MANSAMUSA. Mansa Musa. Mali. Yeah. So he ran the Mali Empire. You know what I mean? And you know, this is something that they always wanted to hide from us. You know, they wanted us to believe that you know, all black people in America came from slave ships from Africa, you know? And just through my findings, bro, I'm just finding that it was a lie. It was already niggas over here.
Mansa Musa was a king.
We was already here. Yeah, Mansa Musa was that guy. You know what I mean? Richest nigga ever. He got, I think the people from Rome came and overthrew him. I think, yeah, the people from Rome overthrew him or something, but you know, they, like I said, man, they don't want us to know this shit. You know, they don't want us to know that, you know, have a positive thought of our people. When you look at Africans, you see, you know, the third world countries flies on these people, they ashy and, you know, they hungry, and send this little nigga $1 so he can eat all this bullshit, right? You know what I mean? Africa is actually the richest country. You feel what I'm saying? What's natural resources, diamonds, gold. You feel what I'm saying? I believe it's in Kenya. It's in Kenya, I think. Y'all look this shit up. It's in Kenya or something. And these people, they protect this little mine or mountain, and it's all type of, you know, natural resources in this motherfucker, diamonds and gold, and you know, some other shit we don't know about. Y'all know the Black Panther movie, what is it, Vibranium or some shit in the movie?
Yeah, Vibranium.
So this is you know, it's I don't think it's called vibranium in real life. You know what I mean? But you know, there's actually some shit like that over in this area in their jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? And so you know they want to.
That Mount King is the second highest mountain in Africa.
Right. So that mean that motherfucker big and it's a lot of shit in it. You feel me? But yeah, man. What else did he talk about? His trainer. What he talked about his trainer admitting him, threatened to admit him, say that he needs to get back on drugs and all this extra shit.
Talk about dude, how you forced him to try to apologize, and he was having people sign his contract without him being there.
Right, because they saying that he's having a manic episode, and you know, at first, you know, he's like, okay, well, damn, maybe I am. Like, my mama just died. Just imagine, bro. Y'all imagine if your mama died. Nigga, you ain't just, it's not peaches and cream, nigga. You know, you just, it's all good. I'm going to carry on with my life. Like, you know, nah, nigga, you fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? You are going to be depressed. You are going to be fucked up. You ain't going to get no sleep. You going to have bags under your eyes. You going to look crazy. Hair ain't cut. You feel what I'm saying? All the extra shit. Put yourself in another nigga's shoes. You know what I'm saying? You not gonna be on point like that. So, and then when you got people that don't have your interests at heart, when you got people that don't got your interests at heart, you know they gonna capitalize off of that shit. They not gonna help you. They gonna make it worse. They gonna make it look like they helping you, but they gonna make it worse in all actuality. But when he said his mama got sacrificed, bro, I was fucked up. I'm like, damn, he really on 10 with these niggas.
Yeah, spilling beans.
He on 10. He said Michael Jordan's dad got, I don't know if he got smoked, but he said Michael Jordan's dad got sacrificed, Dr. Dre's son, you know, he's putting Jay-Z and Beyonce on blast.
How you feel about him, you know what I'm saying, telling everybody else's business about that?
Hey, y'all niggas ain't rocking with me. You feel me? I done been through this shit on a smaller level. You know what I mean? With homies that, you know, they was supposed to be rocking with me. I felt like it. You know what I'm saying?
He almost
and
the urban shit. You know?
Yeah, you know, Jay-Z and all his homies, they walking away from him. Except for Dame Dash. Dame Dash, the only one keeping it solid. And he like, that's my guy. I'm rocking with him forever. He doing exactly what I knew he would do, what I taught him to do. I wish I would have had him send him a Dame Dash video so they could show him that motherfucker. We gonna talk about that on another episode because Dame Dash is a real one. Yeah, man, he talked about all that, bro, and he putting a lot of people, you know, on Front Street. And I'm happy that he doing it because it's something that needs to be said and it's something that needs to be brought to Front Street in order for black people to go to the next level and in order for us to elevate out of this bondage that we still in, because we still in bondage, but we in bondage in another way. You know, we still enslaved, but we enslaved in another way, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, on these plantations that they had, as the plantations grew, you know, they would let slaves build their own houses over here on this side of the pasture. You know, on this side of the cotton field, you know, y'all can have y'all little 4-5 houses over here, and you know, y'all stay up over here, y'all work, and you know what I mean. So it's like, you know, yeah, we have our homes, we have, you know, we're you know, free, and we can do what we want, you know, to a certain extent, but we are still enslaved. It's still people telling us what to do. It's still people controlling this shit. So, you know, I'm happy that he's bringing this shit to forefront. Kyrie, man, it's like, you know, Kanye kind of kicked the door down for all of this talk about, you know, the Hebrews and, you know, black African Americans being the original Hebrews. And, you know, it kind of kicked the door down for Kyrie to be able to, I think it triggers something in Kyrie. You know what I mean? And you know, he's been speaking out a lot lately. And so we're gonna dig into that after this break, man. We gotta pay some bills real quick. So we're gonna jump into this break, and then we're gonna jump into some Kyrie.
Big bag face, big bag face, big bag face,
Make sure you get help when you need it. It's always good to ask for help. It's a sign of strength. But also, it's a good thing to surround yourself with good people. You learn a lot from being surrounded by the right crowd.
bag face, big 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 bag face.
Because shoot, growing up as a black dude, I think I've only seen my dad cry once.
I don't think I've ever seen my dad cry.
Never.
Yeah.
I've never seen my dad cry.
Yeah, no.
Never.
I think
Not
I've
once.
only seen him cry once, and that was like at one of his lowest points, and it was, dang, it's funny.
That's not what we do. Have y'all seen y'all dad cry?
Of course.
That's why
Because I'm like, damn.
Only Dane cry like that.
So we put his business out like that.
We all know an emergency fund is a must. Start small, but think big. It's recommended to start your emergency fund at $500.
Bag face, big bag face, big bag face, big bag face.
Yeah, man, y'all, we having, they keep switching the cameras on me and shit. Oh, it's where the lights at. Okay. Big Fox 31, nigga.
Your ass on the news, boy.
You feel me? Big Fox 31, man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shout out to my people, man. We back, though, man. We had to pay some bills real quick. Y'all are tuned in to the MACKIN In show, man. It's a dope show, man. We talking about a lot of stuff, man, from, you know, Kanye to Kyrie, Blueface, Takeoff. We're going to jump into, you know, some black cities that was covered up by lakes. You know what I mean? Crazy shit, man. I've been finding out some crazy shit, just doing research on some crazy shit, man. But Kyrie, man, I wanna jump into Kyrie because, you know, everybody knows. Well, I don't know if you know. You should know about, you know, the whole, you know, situation with Kyrie and him, you know, tweeting this documentary on Amazon Prime. And the documentary is called Hebrews to Negroes, right? And this is how he got into this whole, you know, trouble that he's in, to where, you know, he has to pay all of this money. He has to apologize, and, you know, he has to, you know, do all of this ridiculous shit to be able to, you know, play in the NBA again. And like I said, I feel like, you know, Kyrie was influenced a lot by, you know, what Kanye has been saying lately. You know, I feel like it's a lot of black people that are seeing this shit and they're like, man, I've been thinking about this shit. And, you know, for them to see somebody, one of their people, jump out there and just say, fuck it, we finna put all this shit on blast, it's like, it's really opening up the door for other, you know, black people that have been thinking about it to finally step up and say what they've been thinking, man. And, you know, I'm proud of them for doing this shit because it's something that, like I said, we talked about this shit in barbershops for years. You know what I mean? I want to jump into this video real quick that Kyrie did. This is we only gonna show a little small piece of this video, and he posted this on his Instagram, I think last week. So let's let's run this video real quick.
What you're putting in here, you have to let go of things. You know what I'm saying? You like, I'll give you an example. I had to let go of seeing my ancestors buried in places that have been covered up by lakes. I had to go see museums with nooses around my ancestors' necks. I had to go see lawmakers that are still living today that put a lot of my family members in bondage or in prison or oppressed them in some type of way. I had to go see that, and I had to let go of that energy, that hateful energy that I had, in order to move on in this world, to talk openly. Because if I didn't let it go, I would have been walking around as what? The angry black man. The angry black man. I had to.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the that's just a small piece. I didn't want to show the whole video because, you know, we running kind of short on time. But that's the piece of the video that like triggered me and, you know, made me want to dig into it, because when he said, you know, I had to go to these lakes that were, you know, these were black cities that were covered up. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like, a city that was covered up by a lake. So me, like I told y'all earlier, I'm the type of nigga.
We're talking about that lake down in Atlanta.
That's one of them. Right? So look, when he says this, right? When he says the lake shit, immediately I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I gotta dig into this. So I jump on Google, nigga. I'm like, black cities covered up by lakes, black cities covered up by reservoirs, and I'm seeing all type of shit. No, at first I didn't. At first I didn't. I don't know what I looked up, but it didn't show up. But then I put in something else because I'm like, okay, they obviously trying to hide it. Boom. I put something else, all the shit pop up. You feel me? Lake Lanier is one of them. So I guess the Lake Lanier is located. Is that the one in Atlanta?
No, that's the one in Oscarville,
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
So I believe that, because I did research on that. I believe that the Lake Lanier is the one. There was a city that it was a black city, and you know, after slavery, they sent, you know, black folks away from their towns. They like, y'all get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't stay over here, right? So, you know, we went and we started building up our own shit, right? It came a time where they like, okay, well, we finna take these niggas' land, right? We gonna make these niggas move back to our city that we done built up while they was gone. We gonna bring them back because we done built up our city, got it ready. Atlanta got it ready, you know, get the economy ready. We need them to come back and boost our economy, right? So now, at the same time we've been building this city up, we've been building this dam over here too, right? So now, we finna flood their whole land. We finna turn their whole city into a lake.
It says on the Georgia one that the two black men were accused of raping a white woman, and after they were found guilty and sentenced to hanging, Then they went in there and kicked all the families out, burned it down, and turned it to a lake.
Right.
One in Georgia.
Well, first of all, you know white bitches love niggas. That's the first thing I'm gonna say before we dig into it. This shit been happening since the beginning of time, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but anyway, this is the reason. You know what I mean? This is the reason. And we don't know, you know, it could have really been, you know, one of the little white girls that done ran over there and they trying to get some dick.
Almost like that Emmett Till situation.
You know, hey, she slid up on me, P. You know what I'm saying? What you hating me for? She the one ran up over here, but whatever. Boom. I believe that's just a reason. A reason to pop it off. Cause they gotta have a reason. They just can't come over here and, man, fuck, we just finna burn y'all shit down. Nah, they had to have a reason because there's lawmakers at this time, but you know, they lined up with them, so we gotta have a reason though. Well, he raped my daughter. Or he raped my wife. Now I have a black son that I have to look after. And
you think that's the reason? They used them reasons go in there and just flood us out?
They came in, man. They started burning all their shit. They started burning their crops. You know what I mean? Now, these black people that own these homes, right? You know, they were, you know, given these homes and, you know, they got to pay property tax on them. These people that own these homes now, they can't pay their property tax because these people done burnt their whole crops and, you know, fucked all their shit off, right? So now you can't pay your property tax. Now the people can legally, remember what this mean, they can legally come in, you feel me, and they can take your property. Now that they done took your property, they done took everybody's property. It took a little time because some niggas was resourceful like we are. You know, we gonna get out and we gonna grit it up. You know, they done slid out. They probably started making some wine and, you know, started serving some motherfuckers on the side and, you know, but, you know, eventually they got everybody out, though. And once they got everybody out, they let that dam loose and flooded that whole black city out. And I'm talking about cemeteries, schools, black churches, all type of shit.
Speaking of flooding here in Denver, Lake Dillon.
Right. But see, and we're going to dig into that in a second, right? But check this out. The shit that really bothers me about that, right, is that, you know, it's schools and churches and cemeteries under there, right? These churches, this is the main part about it that really bothers me. These churches, I'm sure, there were not, you know, it was, I want to say this the right way because I don't want, you know, certain people to get offended, but in these churches, I'm sure that there were things being taught that we aren't being taught because these are people that were closer to our original, you know, culture than we are. You feel what I'm saying? I like how I put that. I did that real smooth. You feel me? You know, but so that's the part that really bothers me is that we have no way of finding out, you know, our history, bro. Even that small history. We already don't know what we're finding out now. We know now, but we didn't know where we had came from. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be getting rid of our history like that and covering it up with water where we have no chance of getting to it. Black people don't scuba dive. You feel me? We don't do this shit. So it really bothers me, bro, because, you know, we really can't get to our shit. We can't know who our ancestors are that are buried under these lakes. I know a lot of y'all, most of y'all, 99% of y'all that are going to watch this video did not know about this shit. And there were many lakes, bro. It's not just this lake.
Susanna, Alabama, going to what you said, cemetery, had 900 bodies moved from the cemetery.
What you mean?
It says, Savannah, Alabama, according to the living, more than 900 bodies were moved from the cemetery before the land was submerged underwater.
Right.
They purposely went and dug up these people so they can move them and threw them bodies elsewhere, burn them bodies.
Right.
So people that were able to go and visit their family and mourn, now they're not able to.
Yeah. I feel it. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, this shit crazy. And like I said, bro, this is not just one lake. This is not just one black city that this happened to. I'm talking about, it was probably like, through my research, I probably found like 40 of them. Lake Murray, I believe that's in South Carolina. There's one in Oregon. It was called Vanport. Vanport, Oregon was a black city before it was flooded. I'm gonna fuck y'all up with this one. This one is gonna trip y'all out. Central Park, New York. So I'm talking about the park in the middle of New York City. This shit is big, bro. Like, I need y'all to wrap y'all heads around this shit. Wrap y'all minds around this shit, bro. Central Park, New York was a black city, right? They turned this shit into the Central Park Reservoir where ducks are. You know what I mean? And then they put a big park around it. Everybody's always wondered, why the fuck is this big ass park in the middle of New York City? Why? A big ass park like that shit is huge, bro. So this is why, though. You know what I mean? It was a black city. It was called York Hill. York Hill, and I believe that they changed the name to Seneca Village, and they do this to hide the history. So that when we go and we look shit up, when we go and we look up Seneca Village, we find all of the shit that they want us to find. But in all actuality, this place was called York Hill. You feel what I'm saying? So, and like I said, bro, don't just, take my word for it. Y'all go and y'all do your own research on this shit. This is what I do. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna just listen to a nigga. I ain't never been like that. I'm gonna go do my own research on this shit, and I'm gonna find out. This is why it's this big ass park right here that doesn't make no sense. It don't make no sense why this big ass park is right here. Why the fuck is this shit right here like it was a black city there? That's why. That's where the niggas was at. They don't want us to know our history, P. We was already here. You feel me? We was already here. So for my local people, because I know I got people, watching, people be macked in from, all around, man. Shout out to my New York folks and, my Atlanta folks that done macked in, and, whoever else is macking in, man. But for my Colorado people, man, there's actually some lakes and reservoirs that we done been to. We done went fishing in these motherfuckers, man. We done been here, bro. And for my fishers, niggas that go out and fish, y'all know what's up, man. We go out there and we vibe, and, we get into our head, and, we connect with God. We connect with the universe out there, and, it's peaceful, right? But I know y'all have had some, some different feelings as y'all been out there, different thoughts as y'all been fishing and shit, just in y'all head. And, when I find all this shit out, it just comes together like a puzzle piece, bro. It's just crazy. But Dillon, Colorado was one of them. We gonna show you this shit in a second, man. This was actually a black city right here. This was a black city right here in Colorado. You feel what I'm saying? And they covered it up. You know what I mean? They covered it up. This is a black city that, it was miners there, and you know, black settlers that was, you know, doing their thing and building their city up. We also have another one. It was the Blue Mesa Dam and Reservoir, right? I think the name of this city was like Saporino or something. Let me see. I think it was. Blue Mesa Dam, where the Blue Mesa Dam / reservoir is located right now. There was a black city under that lake that was called Saporino, Sapinero. They wiped away our history. They tried to. And I'm talking about cities with roads, schools, houses, you know, hospitals, churches, cemeteries. You feel me? Lake Trinidad was one of them. You know what I mean? In South Colorado, Southern Colorado, Lake Trinidad, Stout Lake. You know what I mean? It's the Horsetooth Reservoir, but the name of the city was called Stout. My bad. And y'all can look this shit up, man. Y'all can look this shit up. I'm gonna have my people post the links in the description, or you know, we'll drop them in the comments so y'all can actually go and y'all can see this information for yourself and you know, dig into it and y'all capitalize on it, man. And you know, y'all teach y'all kids about this too. That's the main thing. Like, you know, we gotta understand that these people, you know, they trying to wipe away our history. They don't want us to know who we are, who we really are. And that's why I salute Kanye, I salute Kyrie, you know, Jay Williams, you know, everybody else, all the other black men that's speaking out and, you know, they, you know, coming together for the same cause, bro, because it take a lot of nuts to do it. You know what I mean? And, you know, they got the money to do it. They got the influence to do it. They got people behind them. You know, they got our generation that knows this information, man. And, you know, it's our job to be behind them, bro, and support them when they trying to get this information out. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck how gangster you is and, you know, whatever you into, bro. At the end of the day, you got to understand, man, that it's about us, bro. It's about our people. You know what I mean? Fuck if you blood or you Crip or you GD or, you know what I mean? If our people ain't right, your hood ain't going to be right. You know what I mean? So that gotta be one thing that we can come together on, and that's the color of our skin, P. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I salute these black men, these black kings for doing this shit, man, and putting their lives on the line, putting their millions of dollars on the line to, you know, put this message out here for us and for us to be able to teach our children this shit, because I wouldn't have known all of this shit if it wasn't for these niggas. You know, I've had friends that, I used to hear one of my homies say Edomite all the time. Like he, you know, always, you know, say Edomite and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And, you know, he's like, yeah, nigga, we the real children of Israel and we the real Hebrews. And I'm like, at that time, like, I'm a street nigga, P. Like, I'm thugging like that. You know, so I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I've always been, you know, into religion and, you know, learning about different religions. But at that time, I'm just like, you know, whatever, bro. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's Muslim, it's Israelites, and it's, you know, Catholics and Buddhists. And, you know, I'm like, you know, it's just another one. This is what I'm thinking at the time. But now that I'm older and I'm, you know, I'm actually digging into this shit, bro, this shit is like triggering me and it's bothering me in certain ways, bro, because we really have been tricked. We really have been lied to. We really have had history hidden from us in front of our eyes. Dillon, Colorado is down the street. These reservoirs and these lakes and shit is down the street. We done fished at them. We done caught trout in these motherfuckers and threw them back and, you know, smoke blunts at these motherfuckers, roll boats over all these motherfuckers. And it's, you know, our people is under this motherfucker. It's a cemetery under this bitch. So, you know, this shit bothers me, bro. And, you know, that's why I wanted to talk about this shit on today's episode, because we need to know about this, dog. You know, this shit is serious. You know, they wanted us to believe that we all came over here on ships and, you know, that we weren't aboriginals of this land. We was already here. I thought this shit 2 months ago, that, you know, all niggas came from slave shit. I watched this video and this lady, it was a European lady, and she's looking at the manifest. Is it manifest or manifestos for ships? Whatever. She's looking at the manifest of all of these slave ships that left Africa during the slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade, right? Now, you know, when these ships are leaving Africa, they have to, you know, this is a business. This ain't no just, you know, you just going wherever the fuck you want to go, right? You have to tell them where you're going. When you get there, they check you in. They count all of these people that you have on the ship. Not one of these ships came to America. And this was for, I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I don't know the exact amount of years that it was, but this is for years. You see what I'm saying? So these people are leaving these docks and they're going to Jamaica is where most of them went. Jamaica is where most of them went. I want to say like the Dominican, Haiti. So, but none of them came to America, right? So, you know, it fucked me up. I'm like, damn, bro, this is crazy. You know what I mean? We don't know where the fuck we came from. So, you know, like I said, man, I want to salute these fellas, man, for, you know, putting they necks on the line for this, man, and trying to teach their people and educate their people, because, you know, they've touched me, and they touched me enough to make me want to jump on here and, you know, influence y'all to go and do y'all research about it, man. But yeah, man, we running short on time, man. I want to thank y'all for macking in with me. Before we get up out of here, man, I want to, you know, let y'all know, man, fuck with our sponsors, Paperboy Organic Threads. Go to paperboyworldwide.com and go shopping, man. We got a lot of new stuff that we drop. It's our winter drop. We got hoodies, tees, trucker hats, beanies, you know what I mean? So come get right for the winter time, man. Paperboyworldwide.com. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share the video, man. We got to get this information out, man, and, you know, that'll help me build my platform, too. You feel what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel, you know what I mean? And we're going to be back next week. Thank y'all for macking in, man. Tune in next week on AHRR Network.